Okay, good morning, guys, and welcome once again to this channel. Today is 26/12/2020, and today we are going to talk about a topic called PERT. Okay, some students they have the confusion like what actually we are doing, what is this? So, this is whatever topic we are discussing, guys. I want to clarify that these all topics are from administration and management of education. Okay, this is one of your paper of assistant, IGNO assistant registrar. All right, guys. So today we are going to talk about the PERT. What is this PERT? So first of all, I would like to clarify for you guys that what this PERT stands for. Okay, what is the meaning of this term called PERT? Okay, so let's begin, guys. Okay, so we see here developing an estimate for a project. First, I tell you the meaning of the PERT, that is Program Evaluation and Revenue Technique. Okay, guys, it is Program Evaluation and Review Technique. Okay, this is what it is. All right, guys. Anyway, so let's go ahead with the topic of discussion. The developing an estimate, okay, for a project is a complex task. If the project is large and has a many stockholders, things can be more complex. Complex projects involve a series of actions. Okay, some of that should be informed in a sequence, and others cannot be performed simultaneously with other activities. This collection of succession and parallel tasks can be modeled as a network. The program evaluation and review technique (PERT). Okay, as I told you guys, now you can see the full form here. The program evaluation and review technique. They may ask you, they may give you what is the PERT or what E stands for in PERT. What is the full form of R in the PERT? Right? Okay, in any form the question may be asked. The PRT is a network model that permits, okay, now what the PRT is that permits for the unpredictability in activity completion times. Okay, that is CPM and PERT are the powerful project management tools. So this comes into what? This is actually what? This is one of the powerful management tools. Okay, this is both CPM and PERT. You need to remember. Okay, which have been created out of the need of the Western industry and military establishment to plan, schedule, and manage complex projects. Okay, so this is what purpose it is used for. It is used for the establishment to plan, schedule, and manage a complex project. So in this, these two techniques, CPM and PERT, is used. All right, guys. Now let's go ahead. Okay, the program evaluation and review technique, commonly abbreviated as PERT, as I told you. See, now you can see here, right? It is commonly abbreviated as PERT. Okay, it's a statistical tool used for the project management. And what is the use? Why it is used for use in the project management? Okay, PRT was initially created in 1958. Okay, they may ask you that when it was created, so you should remember that it was created in year 1958. All right, guys. Okay, to simplify the planning and the control of Polaris submarine missile program. And what purpose it was used for? It was used for simplifying the planning and the control of the Polaris submarine missile program by the Program Evaluation Branch of the Special Project Office of the US Navy. Okay, and emphasis was on the completing the program in the shortest possible time. All right. Okay, after PERT methodology was employed for this project, it actually ended 2 years ahead of its initial schedule. Okay, PERT is based on the probability of an event occurring at a specified time. In addition, PERT had the ability to incorporate uncertain activity by making it feasible to schedule a project even when precise detail and duration of all the activities are unknown. Okay, it is commonly used in the combination of CPM with CPM. The many managers who use the PERT and CPM techniques have claimed that these techniques drastically reduce the project completion time Okay, well, CPM is believed to be an easy technique. Now, see, when we compare, they may ask you the question, which technique is more easier, PERT or CPM? So you should know CPM is considered the easy technique to use and understand. Okay, it does not consider variation in time, which may have the huge impact on the completion time uh, of a complex project. Okay, it has a potential to reduce both the time and the cost required to complete a project. Now, PRT is actually an event-oriented technique. Okay, if you will see in detail, so what it is an actually an event-oriented technique. Okay, rather than an activity-oriented technique, as CPM. And what is the difference? See, PERT is an event-oriented, and when we talk about CPM, so CPM is activity-oriented technique and is most widely used in the project where time is the most important factor, not the cost. Okay, and what is the use and the purpose of using it? When we want to save our time. Okay, it is applied to very large scale, one time, complex, non-routine infrastructure in the research and development projects. PERT uses three different time estimates. Okay, uses three different time estimate, that is optimistic. Okay, and what these are? Optimistic, pessimistic, and most likely. Okay, that help in establishing the prospects of a project completion within the specific time and in calculating the risk before beginning a project. It has the ability to reduce both the time and cost required to complete a project. Okay, far more than the technical advantages, it would also found that PERT offers the center around which managers could brainstorm and put other ideas and suggestions together. Most importantly, it has become a functional tool to assess the performance of the individual as well as team. Okay, guys, further we have steps involved. That what are the steps involved in PERT techniques? Okay, so let's go ahead with this. What are the steps in it? Okay, the first step is here is the identify activities and milestone. Define the project and identify all the significant activities or the tasks required for the project completion. The milestones are the event spotting and the beginning and end of one of the more activities. Okay, it forms a work breakdown structure. The project might consist of the many assignments. However, it should only consist of one start and one finish activity. Now, determine the activity sequence. This stage could be amalgamated with the first one, as the series of activities is very apparent. Okay, for some assignment. So in this step, development of the relationship among the activities takes place, and also decisions about which activity should come first and which should follow other. Okay, so this determine the activity sequence. Okay, that in what activity first you want to do it. Okay, like for example, if you are playing a football match, so first the match will be played, and if the result won't come out, so next activity will be the penalties for it. It is just a small example of it. Okay, the third step which is involved in this technique is construct the network diagram. Okay, now using the activity sequence information from the various steps, a network connecting all the activities is being developed. Okay, a network is drawn to show the sequences of the serial and the parallel activity. Each activity should be given a unique event number to avoid given the same number to two activities. Dummy arrows are used. The two activities of the original activity on arc model of PERT are characterized by arrowed lines and milestones. Okay, by circles. It can be done manually, or there are software packages available to make this step simpler, and they automatically convert the information from tabular activity into a network diagram. Okay, so constructing a network diagram is very important in this. All right, guys. Okay, the next step which is involved in your PERT is estimate activity time. Now, in this step, time is being assigned and cost may be estimated for each activity, which is called activity time estimation. Okay, what the correct activity time estimation? Okay, which in turn helps in the network time calculation and scheduling a complete project. The most commonly used time unit for activity completion is weeks. Okay, however, they can also use any other constant unit of time. Okay, guys, further we have the scope of PERT, that what are the areas in which, okay, we can use the PERT. Okay, scope for the PERT is the areas where the PERT can be applied. All right, These are the areas where we can use them. So they can ask, okay, about this thing. But if we especially consider the areas of education, the following are the most important areas where PERT can be used. So first is the experimental research. PERT technique, that is your program evaluation and review technique, is used in experimental research. They are used in survey research, developmental projects, curriculum development, education service project, research integration project, and theory development project. All right, guys. Okay. The further we have the advantages of the PERT. Now, what are the advantages of using this program evaluation and review technique? The PERT has several advantages and helps determine the following. Okay. The first, the start date and the end date of a particular activity we can determine with the help of PERT. The estimated project completion time we will come to know. Determine if the project is going as per the schedule or not. Okay, that whatever duration, supposing the project has been considered for the 1 month, so is it going to finish in that particular 1 month, or it will take more time? That we will come to know when we are using PERT technique. Okay, type and nature of the risk involved in it, that also will come to know. The probability of project completion before a particular date at minimum cost. Okay, so these are the advantages of our PERT. Okay, guys. Okay, some other benefits of this PERT techniques are as follows. Uh, the financial aspect of the project is within the estimated budget or not. We will come to know about it, how much money we are going to invest and what will be the outcome of the particular money. Okay, that we will come to know how much we need to invest more and how much less we need to invest. Assess the activities having the slack time and providing necessary resources to the critical path activities. Determine the critical path activities having direct impact on the project completion time. The other benefits of PIT involved in the following. Okay, these are the following. It is useful at the various stages of the project management. One thing, it is mathematically very simple. Okay, it doesn't have any complex process to follow. It's simple technique to use. It provides critical path and slack time. Okay. Uh, it provides critical path select time, and project documentation becomes very easy if done on computer. It is also useful in monitoring cost and resources. Okay, guys. So now this is all about the PERT techniques. I have given you the brief information about the PERT technique. In case if they ask any question related to this topic in the examination, so you should not be sitting blank. At least we have discussed this PERT technique, and beside this you can also check. Okay, you can read about it. Okay, you keep using your other resources, whatever. Don't only depend on these videos. Okay, you have to work hard on the side by side with your other extra material, whatever material you are using for the preparation. Okay, so once again guys, all the best and hope to see you in the next video. Till then, bye bye and have a nice day.